Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ITS387P, and today I'm going to go over how we do the last assignment. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm looking at assignment 4. Am I on assignment 4? Yes. Okay, so this is assignment. I want to make sure I get that from here. Yeah, this one, RESTful APIs. And so in this assignment, we are going to basically set up a form that looks like this over here, where we can test. Okay, we're going to upload these APIs, and I'll explain what each one of them does. And then you're just going to get them to work. And you know, they're almost complete. You got to fill in what your username, what your user password stuff is, and you got to get some other stuff to work. In the search places, you got to put in some more SQL, put in some more code here. You know, you got to fill all this stuff in. And then, I'm going to get you started on how this works. And then I'm going to jump into part 2. I'm going to jump into part 2, and I think I'll do the first one. I'll get the first one to work, search places. I'll get this display down here to work. You can get add place and remove place to work. After you get add place and remove place are much easier than search places. Okay, search places is the hardest. But you got to fill all this stuff in, get it all to work. And I'm going to do it actually a little bit differently than it you know, suggests you sort of do it here. And then I want to do this one down here. I'm going to do the JavaScript AJAX. And that's the hardest part, and I'll do that. I'll do search places, the JavaScript AJAX part, and then you should be able to do everything else. All right, so I'm going to go. I go into my cPanel. I log into my cPanel, and I look in my PHP my admin, and I should see my campus database there. You should already have that all done from assignment 3 or 2 or whatever. Assignment 3, assignment. Anyway, so you have all those, and they're all populated with some places and so on. And now, and then I'm going to go into my cPanel, go into my file manager here, and I might as well start like down here, okay? Because I eventually want to get to here. So I'm going to start with down here. I'm going to create a private directory named campus, and I'm going to create a user with the same username and password as my cPanel username and password to be able to get into the directory. So I'm going to password it. And by the way, the reason I want to do this is because the JavaScript AJAX part is you know, visible to the public. So you know, anybody can go in, and who has access to the page can go in and view the source and grab the code, and the code is going to work with these APIs. So to make it a little bit harder for people just to go copy your code, I have you figure out how to password a directory. Okay, so that's kind of what this is here. And then I want you to create an index.php file that's got this stuff that looks like this right here. And then I want you to modify it so it uses JavaScript and AJAX to access your APIs and display out. So I'm going to kind of show that, okay? And then you got to use CSS to jazz it up a little bit. You don't have to jazz it up too much, but just make it look nice. I mean, just at least put these in tables or something, so they don't look like there's no formatting at all. Okay, so I'm going to go to my file manager, and I'm going to go into public.html. public underscore HTML. And then right here, I'm going to create a folder called campus. So now I got a folder called campus, and I don't think I can put the passwording here. The way you put the passwording is you got to go back to your cPanel, and you got to go to directory privacy, and you click on directory privacy, and you got to notice that when you click on the icon to open the folder, you click on the icon to open the folder, and you click on the name to select the folder. So I have to first select public HTML. No, that's not what I want to do. Go back. You click, first I want to open HTML. Here, this one. Oh, current folder. Oh, here's campus. Oh, I must be inside HTML. I'm inside HTML. So campus is the one I want a password. So I click on campus, and oh, here I go. And I want to password this directory, and under a name for the password, I don't know if I had you to put in a name, that doesn't really matter. So I got a name for it, password this directory, and I'll create a user. I'm supposed to create a user that's the same name as me and as same name as your username and password, so I can get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Richard, yeah, that, and I think this is my password. Gotta make sure I know it. Hey, I'm pretty smart. Okay, that's what I want to do. Save that. And go back. And now, if I open up some other kind of browser, where's another browser here? Here is another browser. And I want to try go to try to go into campus, see if this works. Didn't work. What did I not do? Hold on. Authorized. Oh, okay. Did I create the user? I created the user. Let me go back. This is the current folder. So I want to select the current folder by going, what is the settings? What is this? That means select the campus folder. Oh, I'm going to do this again. Protect this. I'm going to call it campus. Oh, did I? I don't think I did this before. Click save. Now I said password. Okay, so now I go back to here, and I see it's already now that's there, and I want to make this an it's an authorized user. Okay, so now let me go back out of here. Let me go back. Oh, let me try again. And now I don't see campus. Don't see campus. What's up with that? Let's type campus. Oh, looky here. Well, I know it's RCHARDH. Do I want to save it? Sure. Okay, so now I'm in there. Now it's all passworded. And let me go back here now. I'm done with this, Okay, so now I'm passworded, but you don't need to do any password stuff to actually get into it here. I can confirm that. So let's go up one level. And let's go back in again. And there it is. Okay, so inside here, I'm gonna make an index.php that looks like this, except for I'm only gonna do, well, I'm only gonna do the first part, but so let's, okay, so I'll go back over to File Manager, and I'm gonna create a new, I'm inside Campus, I'm gonna create a file, I'm gonna call that file index.php. And there it is. And I'm also, while I'm in here, I'm going to throw up the search places.php. So I'm going to create another file called search places. Oh, it's there. What do you know? .php. Okay, so now I got the two in there. Let me click on index.php and click on edit. Edit. And here I am inside index.php. And I'm going to go over to back to Laulim's, and I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy all of this. You can create a test form like this with so some HTML. Okay, never mind. Let's see. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to type HTML. Ooh, that's nice. And I'm going to type head. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to type title. Assignment for whatever. And then I'm gonna down here I'm gonna type body. There. So now I'm all set to put stuff in there. And then I'm gonna go over to Laulima and I'm gonna copy this down to here. Copy. And go over to here, and I'm going to go right here and paste. And then I'm going to save this, and I'm going to go to my other browser, and I should refresh this, and I should see, ooh, there we go. So there's my three forms, and I got to fix this, wherever this is down here. All right, what that is I'm trying to display this table, but it's not displaying because I got a bunch of stuff I got to fill in. So let's fill that in. So I can just I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you, let's say I don't want to display to tell everybody what my password is. So what I can do is I can create a user for this that will only be a database user, a MySQL user that can only access the database but can't log into my cPanel. So I'm going to go back to my cPanel and I'm going to click on MySQL databases. You've been in here before. And this is where we created Campus. And now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to create a MySQL user. And I'm going to call this MySQL user loser user. How's that? How's that for a name? And for a password, I'm just going to call him loser. For the password, I'm going to go, I'm going to do today's date. April, capital APRIL 29, 2021. Ooh, very strong. April, APRIL space 29, space 2021. Match. Create the loser user. Okay. Now notice there's going to be a there's got to be that your cPanel username in front of it. So really, it's this. This is the username. Okay, so we have to remember that because when they go fix the code I gave you, it's treated a little differently. I'm assuming you're using your original username, but now we've created a database user so it's more safe. Now, last thing I got to do is I got to make it so the user can, is a privileged user and can access this database. So I gotta say, add user to database. Richard H. Loser to this. I guess because that's all there is. Add. And I'll give Loser, the user, all the privileges. He doesn't deserve them. He's such a loser. Go back, and now we see that Loser has access to Canvas. That's good. All right. So now I can go back to here, and I'm going to make the first one is the actual your server, which in this case it's R. Yeah, so you put yours there, and then this is the local host or something. Just put local host, or you can put your same. Wait a second, is that right? No. This is the user. This is user. Okay, so now you got to put R underscore loser. And you remember Loser, the user's password is April29, 2021. Very secure password. And here I got to put my RSHRD. Okay, so this is don't put this. You got to put, like if you're Jay Munoz, Justin, you put Jay Munoz there. You don't put Richard H. And don't. So don't. Okay. This is on the same server, so if you actually put that in there, you'll be accessing my stuff. Okay, so I'll try to remember to change the password after I'm done making this video. But all right, so let's see if this works. Should work. Save. And if I go up here and refresh now. Well, look at that there. That's really nice. All right, all my stuffs. Okay. Okay, so let's try to get this thing to work. Now, the way this works is you fill in stuff and you click on search places, and it actually returns a JSON object array that's got the results of the search. You might maybe are you supposed to? No. Anyway, no, you're not. Okay, so it's this up here, and I'm gonna get this to work. And so I'm going to go back to File Manager, and I'm going to open up search underscore places, which is pretty much empty, or it is empty. It's empty. Over here, let's find, it's this one, search places. So I'm going to copy this PHP code, copy. In here. There it is. And let's save this so we don't forget. And we might as well just go right in here and fill in this stuff. Now, for user, let's have this be you. Have this be your regular, email address username. So I'm going to do that. So this is not user the loser. This is you, your server host, your host server name, and you put but here you can all right, let's put this, put user this, forget it. Okay, the host is this. No, let me get rid of this. The host is this. That's this up here. This why isn't it? I didn't do the first part. Oh, sure. So when you go here, That's the host. Okay, this is mine. You do yours. Okay, don't do mine. Do yours. So that's mine. And then I got to put same with here. The database is that. Okay. See, because if you go here and you go back, this is see, it's this database here. It's that this is mine. You put yours. And so that's there. And then host is host. User, this now we put user, the loser, whatever. You can put just put Richard H. I don't know, me, put in you. Underscore Loser, because that's what I called my user. And then I put in the user, the loser's password, April 29 2021, and the database is this database. Okay, that's fine. Host. You can put localhost here too if you want to. Anyway, so this should work, but we still have to fill in the SQL. And what this is this puts the, this is the where, you have to put the where clause depending on what this is. See, but anyway, let's save these changes and something should work now. So I'm going to go over here and I got to go into campus. It's hidden, you see, campus. There we are. And I'm just going to click on search places. And it should pop, there it is. So this is what's, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so this is what was returned. Some nice JSON. What does raw data look like? Oh yeah, that's the raw data. But this is nicely formatted JSON. Like this. Ooh. If you're not on Firefox, you might, like if you're on Chrome, it doesn't look like that. Well, maybe it does. So anyway, so this is what comes back. Now, the first thing we should probably do is get this to work. Because if I say, for example, UHWO, it does not just give me the UHWOs, does it? Even though this comes across like that, it displays out everything. So that's because we don't have this filled in. Well, let's fill that in real quick here. I'm going to create another variable called SQL. No, I'm going to call it where, W-H-E-R-E, okay? And I'm going to start out where it's equal to nothing. Semicolon after the statement in PHP. Now I'm going to say if campus is greater than something, that's how you can do that. If that's true, then I'm going to add on to where, and I'm going to append. So, I mean, you know, dot equal, it's a string concatenation. And what I'm going to append is, I'm going to say, and I'm going to do space and space, campus, oh, it's got to be capital, campus equals single quote, $ campus, end single quote. Okay, so that's why I use double quotes out here, because I want to put the single quotes in here because I'm creating a SQL statement. And then I put a semicolon. And that's the end of that if statement. And then I'm going to, and you'll see now why I do this. And you'll see what I have to do at the end to fix it. Because we don't know which ones, what combination, what the combinations are, if any of that. So I'm going to just do, do 3 of them. And I'm going to do cuisine. Ooh. Cuisine. Oh, shoot. I guess I should do this. And place. And this has got to be cuisine, and this is going to be place. Okay, so I've got some combination of these or none at all. So if I have none at all, no, if there's at least one, if where is greater than nothing, then I've got something and I want to append, then SQL, append onto that. I need to where space where, and I got to do concatenate with so there's this and in front of it. Now I can do this. I can do one and then and that works. That's fine. Oh, and this would be SQ. This would be where, but I can do it this way instead. Yeah, that's a good way. Well, okay. I'm going to do it this way instead. Substring parentheses where, comma. I want to start after the fourth one. 4. I'm going to hack off the first 4. Actually, I can hack off the first 5 characters of whatever the string is. See, yeah. So let's say somebody specified the cuisine. Well, this is going to execute. Just this is not anything. But when this executes, it'll say and cuisine equals whatever the cuisine is, and then this executes and nothing's going to be concatenated. And then when it comes to here, it'll just hack off the and. That way we guarantee that there's going to be an and on there. Hold on a second. I need a semicolon here. Okay, well, you can, trace this out in your head and you can see that this works. Okay, so then where is ready to go? SQL. Okay, so I'm going to save this. I think this is all we need. So let's go back to not here, here. And I'm going to go at the back and I'm going to refresh this thing. And here now I can say UHWO search places, and oh look, only UHWO comes back. What happens if I say I'm looking for all the places where Himalayan kitchen is? Is there only one? No. So I'm just gonna try this and copy this. And I'm just gonna put this, let me get rid of this, put this here, and it's gonna give me, why didn't it work? Oh, because I put it in cuisine. What? Oh, yes. That's why. 2 places. All right. All right. So anyway, so that works. So now I'm gonna do the AJAX part. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say so I'm gonna do the AJAX part. So to do the AJAX part, I gotta go in here and I gotta put in some JavaScript. And then when I click on the search places button, it's not gonna submit a form. It's gonna invoke a AJAX JavaScript, method that asks the server to send back that JSON object, and then it's going to do something with the JSON object. So I'm going to, I can never remember how to do this. So I'm going to search JavaScript AJAX example. Oh, looks like I've been here before. And I'm not going to bother with jQuery. I don't want to download the jQuery, this and that. I'm just going to do minimal code here. So it's not anything here. Oh, let me do down here JSON. JSON PHP. All right, I'm gonna try. I have some notes here. Sometimes. What is this? Close this. Ah, I see. We gotta put it in a function. Okay, anyway, so I got this here, but I gotta put this inside a function. That's why it looks so minimal. Copy this. And I'm gonna put it over here. No, not there. In here. And I'm put it inside a function, inside of a script. I'm gonna make this bigger so you can see it better. And there's a script, and I'll press enter. Enter. And I'm gonna put let's see. Function search places, parentheses, and what's going to be coming in is the campus and the cuisine and the place. Okay, and then I'm going to do this this thing, and I'll go down, and there it made this ending one. That's great. And now I can paste in my that. And so this creates a new variable called XML HTTP, a new object, a new XML HTTP object. And then there's this function here. No, here's how it works. Does that go here? Yes, it does. And then this goes here, and this goes here. Okay, so that looks good. This is the end of the function. All right, so really it goes down here. It creates this object, and then this thing is this specifies the function to execute when this thing is invoked somehow. This is state change. What the ready state change means, there's something that has come back. Okay, there's been a response. Okay, so this is gonna send it to, you know, okay, let's do a URL. The var URL equals, and the URL is search places.php. Okay, that's the URL. Actually, we're going to put on, so we're going to tack on this the get part, and then this can be URL. This is URL right here, and then it's sent, and then we wait, and it comes back here. And if the ready state comes back, the ready state is 4 and the status is 200, then it's a valid response, and we actually have it. We have what came back. It comes back in here. Remember it's a JSON object, so this thing will parse the JSON object into an object, and then we can refer stuff. We can refer to the different fields inside the JSON object this way, and this thing displays it out. This displays it out in a, so I'm going to make a div. I'm going to make the div right here. Okay, I'm going to do this down here. This is just going to look stupid, but down here, I'm going to just put a button. No, input type equals button. value equals search JSON search places, something. Doesn't matter. I just want to distinguish between the one above it. And on click equals search places. What? That's the end of the button. Now, now if we're going to reference like this dot form dot campus, comma this dot form dot cuisine, comma this dot form dot place. Okay, now how can we do that? Well, this has to be an ID, and trouble is there's names. Name is what you do if you're going to send it to a form. ID is what you do if you're going to refer to it in the HTML document. And so I'm just naming them the same. So in fact, I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to call this ID, and I'm going to do the same for this. I'm going to call this ID, and I'm going to do the same for this. And I'm going to call this ID. And so when when you click this button, oh, it's got to be inside the same form. Okay, oops, I'm going to take this form here because it's this form. Okay, so I got to be inside the form. Okay, so it's inside the form, and then when we click, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so when we click this button, it's going to be different than this button, basically. So I'm going to put the div there someplace. I'm going to put the div right after the form. I'm going to put it right here. Div ID equals, and I guess we called it demo or something, and just use the same name. There we go. So we called it demo here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to see what it does right now. Refresh. Okay, there is it. Okay, I'm just going to click the search places. Ooh, what? Wait, nope, wrong search places. I want to click this search places. Undefined. So that's what came back, undefined. Why? Well, we should pop out web developer. This one. That's the one I wanted to pop out, I think it was. Okay, anyway, let's go back here, find out what's wrong. Oh, what is this? Oh, there is no name. I'm gonna just do this. I'm just gonna do this. Copy, paste. I just want to see what the response text looks like. Save. Refresh. Search places. Ooh, look at that. All right, I'm gonna do this. PRE. I'm going to put this inside PRE. So it looks more like this. Ooh. Okay, so that's what comes back. This place didn't go? Why didn't it go? Oh, I know why, because I didn't tack it on to here. I have to, okay, so that's the URL. And I'm going to do, if I'm going to do the same kind of, well, no, I'm not going to do the same kind of thing. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say URL plus equals, quote, question mark, campus equals, quote, plus campus plus, quote, question mark, no, ampersand. So campus equals whatever came in here. Cuisine equals whatever came in at the top there. Cuisine plus, and then place, ampersand place equals plus place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a confirm just so I can see what it looks like before it gets sent. So if confirm the URL. If the URL, then do this. That way I can cancel it if it's not the right thing. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to refresh this, and I'm going to click search JSON search places, and ooh, now I see. Okay, what the? That is not what I mean. Something's wrong with. Search places. And click. Let's see. I'm just going to try to run it. Let me try this again. Refresh. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm sending an object. I'm sending the whole object. I need to just send the value. I need to send, it's not shown here, but there's the value field, and it should be like this because the user fills that in. So there is a value field in each one of these, of course. And that's what I want to send across, cuisine.value and place.value. Save. Now if we refresh this and click on this, there it is. Cuisine is nothing, campus is nothing, cuisine is nothing, but place is Himalayan kitchen. So we click OK, it goes and sends it, and boom, look at that. We just get back the places that are Himalayan kitchen, the campus and the place and the cuisine. So that looks like that works. What happens if we do burgers? And we better get rid of this because it doesn't make sense. Do here, and we get that. And we can even do this and it does that. Big deal. All right. All right. One last thing I want to do now is I want this to display out as a table. And to display out as a table, how might we do that? Well, let's try to parse this thing. So I actually want to parse it. And so I'm gonna I guess this name is okay. This comes back, it's a JSON object. And I'm gonna do something later with that. So I'm gonna do, okay, my object is the whole object, comes back. And I want just the places array. So I can do var, maybe places. Wait, what exactly do I, I want to make sure I always see this. So yeah, okay. I want to loop through this places array is basically what I want to do. And these are the records, and I want to display something that looks kind of like this, I guess. So why don't I try to get at that? And I'm kind of guessing here, but my places object is going to be equal to my obj dot places. Then I can, all right, so I got that. Now I'm going to do, I'm going to create a table up here, and I'm just going to pop it down there. So I'm going to do output, var output equals, I'm going to make a table here. Table, and all right, I'll let you fiddle with that. Starts out with a table, and then I do var variable for var I equals 0 equals 0 to I is less than places dot length, comma I plus plus, methinks. And in that's going to be a loop. Okay, there we go. And it's going to be, oh, I got to put some sort of type. Okay, I'm going to do this. TR, TD, D, campus, TD, TD, cuisine, TD, TD, place, NTD, NTR. Okay, so that's the title part. These should actually be like THs. I'm going to put THs here. Okay, then for each one of these records, I'm going to say output is plus equals TR TD quote plus places I dot campus plus slash TD And this is going to be cuisine. Okay, so I'm talking about these things. Place, see, they're capitalized. That's what I'm doing it. Place, cuisine, and place. Place. Okay, so it's going to print out like that. Okay, and then after we're all done, we need to make output be have a oops, plus equals end of table. Okay, I'm going to do border equals 1. That still works. And semicolon. Oh, these are all semicolon. And then we can, let's see what this looks like. UHWO. Oh, sorry. Oh, burger. I'll just do burgers. Click on this, and what happens? You look at that. That is great. All right. Well, I've given you enough on this. You gotta jazz it up a little bit. Excuse me. I've got my camera. I repositioned my camera. So you should be able to finish that up. Add a little bit of CSS, make it look nice. And I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.